Okie doke, y'all. I am right back to business, sharing with y'all some things that I have as favorites that are toiletries. And so we stopped off with one thing that I had mentioned to y'all why I don't use this. And it's really just because besides the other makeup wipes that I have, you need something extra to do this, and you need these little guys. I have this real pretty little container, but y'all have seen them. It's these, you know, the little cotton pads. I like these because they're oval shaped, which fits, you know, your fingers better. But do you see this flying around? See all that fiber? When you put that on your eyelashes, it gets all in them. I only use this for my face, never for my eyes. And that's the reason why. But also, if you use one of these separate, and this is a really good one, but if you use this, then you will always need that extra, which I don't mind because it's kind of girly. But anyway, that was that. The other two that I really love, everybody should know by now about Neutrogena fragrance-free makeup remover, ultra soft cleansing towelettes, removes up to 99% of makeup. It's true. Even waterproof makeup, it's true. Lifts away dirt and oil, and sunscreen. Important to get all that kind of stuff off. As you can see, I just bought some more, but I thought I'd bring you, this is one of my empties, which I used to do empties, which showed you which was my favorites. Let me know. Comment below if you would like to see my empties, because I remember I learned from Ellen Blair Fowler back in the day. What was her name? Glitter 21 and Juicy Star was their names, their YouTube names. And they're still out there being getting married, being moms, and still going along with the stages of life, which I like that because they couldn't stay little girls forever or college girls forever. So anyway, and we all grew up with them, right? I mean, I was older in the first place, but I really did love them. And I got to meet them. They came to one of the malls in Georgia, and I got to meet them. They were truly professional and very sweet and warm. And I even met their mom and dad and said, "You've done a good job with your girls." So, and she started crying when I told her that. But anyway, I have a picture of us somewhere. Maybe I'll put it on Instagram sometime. Anyway, so this is my number one. But I say that I've just started using the CeraVe Hydrating Makeup Removing Plant-Based Wipes. Cleanses and removes makeup, even waterproof makeup without disturbing the protective skin barrier with 3 essential ceramides, gentle and hydrating. You can't ever flush these, by the way. They have to go in the trash can. But it removes makeup and dirt and locks in moisture. It's fragrance-free to avoid fragrance irritation. It's non-greasy formula. Skin feels clean and fresh after use, like you wouldn't have to wipe it off. But you do. Anytime you use any of these kind of products, you always do need to go ahead after you use them, because there is obviously a residue on them, natural or not, that is left behind on your skin. So if you want to get, and some people say, well, that's the moisturizer, you want that. Yeah, but the cleanser's in there too. So what I would say always, like I told y'all in my last video, a good cotton washcloth, get it good and hot, and just scrub your face after you could do all this stuff. Scrub your face and get all of it back off. The heat will open up your pores, and it will also, the warmth will help remove skin cells and any kind of waxes or any kind of stuff. And then as your face cools, it just feels so nice and clean and soft afterwards. This is just a plain, what does this say on here? 100% cotton. Yeah, do that. Don't do polyester. Get you some, this was so cheap. I got them on Amazon. It was a pack of like 20 100% cotton cloths that you can also throw in the dish wash machine with a touch of bleach, just to get any mold and mildew out of it. I mean, just make sure you get everything off of it, because this is what you're going to really use. And then just because whenever I do put bleach in something, it is important to use it sometimes because of what it can do to clean. But then I always put the double rinse cycle to get that chlorine back out of the cloth. It kills stuff, but then you want it back out. Sort of like your drinking water, while you put a filter on your, at least your kitchen a faucet, just so someplace in the house you can get drinking water. Because while we do want fluoride and we do want chlorine and all the different cleaners that get bad boogers out of the water, you don't want to be drinking that. So you use the filter to get the chemicals out before you drink it. That's all that is, okay? But I'm not against having chemicals that keep boogers out, because I don't want to have those kind of things living in my body. Parasites, things like that. The other cloth that I highly recommend is just a black, this is a makeup cloth. I think it's made by Turkish Towel. This one says Makeup exclusively made by the Turkish Towel Company. www.turkishtowelcompany.com. It's even got the phone number 866-631-1676. They're really believing in their towel. Can I tell you something? While it's really cool, I got my very first one as a welcome gift when I back when in Charleston, when 2 Meeting Street, not the inn, but the bed and breakfast. It's no longer, you can't get in it anymore, which I hate because it was our favorite place to go every year for my husband's birthday. But after COVID, I just think they couldn't hack it. It's a lot of money to keep up a historical home back from the Civil War that would have that many layers of paint, and not to mention lead paints in there. It's really a lot. I asked Lance, I said, what if you go down there and talk to him about taking on the job? He goes, babe, I would not take on that job. They couldn't afford me. The hazmat suits, the danger of working on it, and they know that, so they just paint over it. So it's got literally hundreds of years of paint on it, because you have to protect wood. You can't not paint your home. So, but anyway, one of the things they do, because it, you know, it's luxurious, is they would give you a makeup towel, so that you would not use their beautiful white towels, which of course, again, like us, they keep them white so they can what? Bleach them after everybody leaves. You don't want to be changing boogers with everybody. So yeah, I like white towels. Matter of fact, we only have white towels in our house so that we can bleach. But again, I always put on the extra rinse cycle to, you know, rinse it back out once it cleans. But you don't have to order this. I think it's a luxurious thing to have if you want one. But you can just go on Amazon and order yourself a 10-pack of little black hand towels. Or what do they call them? Guest towels? No, that's too big. Hand towels, little hand towels. Almost even a wash rag size is fine. Great to use when you're doing your makeup and stuff. Okay, so we were talking about toiletries in the bathroom, and I had some other things. Body wash I showed you from Salt and Stone. What was the other one? I can't remember, but that was on the other video right before this. Josie Marin had a beautiful body lotion, but I forgot to tell y'all. This has definitely got a little soap scum on it, sorry. The Everybody Wash Now. Everybody Wash Now. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, Moisture Mousse All Over Cleanser. This fragrance is called Hippie Beach, and I have to tell you, I absolutely love it. And again, any kind of soap, keep it away from your eyes. But other than that, it's great. It's a really great one. Again, it's a little more expensive because a lot of natural stuff is more expensive, and trying to do that instead of go the route of chemicals, there's always going to be a little of something and everything. But yeah, I think she's worth the price, y'all. And like I said, it's either Home Shopping Club or QVC. I hate to say, I don't remember which one it was. I think it was Home Shopping. Watch for their sales, because when Josie Marin products are on there, that's when to buy, because they are expensive, and they get a huge discount, or either sets that are collected that knock down the price. So anyway, afterwards, do I use body sprays? Most days, yes, even if I add perfume at the last minute on top of my clothes, which is when I put on my perfume. I do not put perfume on my skin. I always spray it right in front or on my bra instead of on my skin. And then I put my shirt on, and it kind of gets in the clothes fabric, and it gets in the bra fabric. So when you waft by somebody, they get a waft of your perfume. It's not so heavy. Not saying I don't put fragrance on my skin. With perfume, I try to put it more on my clothes for 2 reasons. For one thing, you know, every time you're using this stuff, it's alcohol on your skin. So, but also, you know, they talk about endocrine disruptors, all that kinds of hormone stuff. I still wear them. But I do have these 2 body sprays that I really love. One of them is Lovely by Sarah Jessica Parker. It's a body mist, and I love this. This is a super fresh smell. I can't tell you how many times I wear this that people, especially men, say, what are you wearing? I love that. And I remember one guy said, oh my gosh, you smell like my girlfriend. I'm like, back off, guy. But anyway, but Lovely's been around forever. I'm not even sure. I think you could still get it at the drugstore, as I wear the perfume. When I wear this body spray, I wear the perfume too. It's the most wonderful scent. And it's a lot cheaper than my other one that smells very similar to it, which I have shown y'all, and I will show you when I do the perfume manufacturer. I'm going to hold that out so I can show you the comparativeness of price and scent. But it's Gin Fizz by Lubin, and Princess Grace of Monaco wore that, and I love it. And it's very sharp but very fresh. You just smell so clean, but kind of a really sophisticated edge to it. Really, really, it's a mixture. It's just an unusual mixture. And Lovely is very close to that scent. Okay, the other one, just like I said, as far as the body wash, Victoria's Secret Pure Seduction Fragrance Mist. I love this stuff, and it just smells so good. And this is one of those that I will do like this, just to kind of let it fall all over me, hit places, and I smell wonderful. There was a couple of items I didn't mention in my last video that, one is when I was talking about shampoos that I'm loving, that Kristen S. Another one is Colleen Rothschild. Now I know it's expensive. This is the daily cleanser, but I got the little set, it's the little box set of the shampoo, conditioner, and then a ultra mask for your hair, where you put it on after you wash your hair. You put it on and really like cake it on, especially halfway down, not on the scalp, halfway down to your ends, especially your ends. And then do the rest of your showering routine so that it can be on there for like 5 minutes or as long as you can, and then you rinse it out, because it's really one of those that really gets down in your hair follicle and helps condition it. But I love Colleen Rothschild. As y'all know, my number one product that I will not live without now is her Illuminating Tinted Eye Cream, which I have shown y'all. I'll do it even right now on top of my makeup. When I put just a little tiny dab of this on, it's rosy tinted, right? So that's the first thing. It's kind of rose tinted. But it also has some luminescence built into it. And I literally, that's all I do. Just a little, a pump or half pump. Maybe if it's going to be a big day, I'll do two. But I literally start out putting it under my eyes like you're supposed to, right? And keep it away from inside your eyes, but all under your eyes. Helps depuff, helps moisturize, and what else is it doing, y'all? Are you noticing anything? It is so highlighting, but in a good way. And so I come down my nose so it doesn't look like I'm a panda. Come down the bridge of my nose and on either side of my nose. And then, with what's there, I do a little on my forehead so you get a shine up on my cupid's bow and my chin. And then whatever is left, so I've always gone all the way out and down. So I'm getting my moisturizing.